Hi folks, I just got my Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 and I've been using it for a few days and thoroughly enjoying the new Samsung Wear OS experience. Of course, the watch is full and full a Samsung watch. If you're expecting it to be a Google watch, you will be a little disappointed. Samsung has packed a lot of features and capabilities in this Galaxy Watch 4 and is probably the best Android smartwatch you can buy today. Let's jump in and look at some of the top tips and tricks for the Galaxy Watch 4. Okay, let's get to know the basics. Your watch face screen is your home screen in your Galaxy Watch 4. So from here, you can navigate to different places. If you swipe right, you can view all of the notifications. And to go back to your home screen, you can press the home key button on your Galaxy Watch 4. And from here, if you swipe left, you can view all of the tiles available. And then if you swipe from the bottom, you'll get your apps list that you can browse and launch apps. And if you swipe from the top, you find your quick panel layout where you'll have some of your essential shortcuts. So these are some basic gestures that you can use to navigate your watch. And there is one more. If you want to turn off the display quickly, just place your palm over the watch and then that will turn off the display. To view a notification, you can just tap on the notification. Depending on the notification type, you can get more options. Like in this example, I have a notification from my Messages app. Now I can compose a reply right here on my watch or select from the list of quick responses available, or I can scroll all the way down to call the contact or block the contact. And if I tap on more, I will get more options to open the app right here on my phone or block notifications from the Messages app or clear this particular notification. If I want to go back, I can just swipe right and then that will take me to the previous screen. So depending on the notification type, you may have more options or it could just be a dumb notification. For example, here in the Twitter notification, you can see that I can actually compose and reply to this tweet. Again, I get all of the quick responses. And on the bottom, I also get to retweet or like this tweet. So that's something very specific to the Twitter app. And if I view this weather notification, I don't have much information or actions that I can take other than to show on phone, block notifications, or clear this particular notification. Now, if I tap show on phone, that's going to open the weather app in my phone and take me directly to there. So here is the weather app with my Google feed. That was what you were seeing on my watch. And for apps that just allow you to view the notification, like the Instagram, they have the same experience. You can tap on show on phone to open that particular Instagram post because there is no Instagram app on your watch. And going back to tiles, tiles are like widgets for your watch. So they give you some useful information that you can always have handy, that you can just swipe and find. If you want to start a workout, for example, I can have all of my favorite workouts here and just within a tap, I can start that particular workout. If I want to configure alarms and turn on alarms, there you go. I have a handy button right there to enable, disable my alarm. So if you want to look all of the tiles, you can keep swiping left from your home screen and then that'll take you all the way to the end where you'll be able to add more tiles. Now, this of course depends on the app. The apps need to support tiles, and if you have an app that does give you a tile, then you will have that in here in this list. And you can just tap to add that tile to your tiles list. Now, if you want to rearrange these tiles that you added, just tap and hold on a tile, and that will give you the option to rearrange and remove these tiles. So to rearrange the tile, just tap and hold a tile again, the one that you want to rearrange, and you can move it to the desired location. If you don't want a particular tile, you can just tap on the remove button and then that will remove the tile from the tiles list. Some tiles do have options to configure. Remember, these tiles are just like widgets. So you can tap on edit in whichever tiles that supports. And now in this particular tile, you can see that you can remove or even rearrange the order in which these appear on the tile. So it's just some really nice options for you to go through and see which tiles that you feel very useful to have it on your watch. In your home screen, if you swipe from the bottom, you'll get your apps list. Here you can find all of the apps installed on your phone, and you can also uninstall apps directly from here. So for example, here is Google Keep. If I don't want the app, I can long press and now I get the option to uninstall. And if you want to rearrange this list very quickly, let's say I want to put notes at the top, I can tap and hold and then drag the notes app all the way to the top where I want it to be and then just drop it there. So that way I can rearrange this list and make it my own. You can also go to Play Store and find awesome apps and install for your apps directly from the watch. You don't need to go to your phone. And if you want to go to the recent apps, this is the recent apps list. If you tap on that, that will open the recent apps list. And again, if you want to scroll through this, you can use the touch bezel and just scroll quickly rather than using the swiping gestures. From your home screen, if you swipe from the top, you get to the quick panel layout where you have some useful shortcuts like adjusting brightness, launching the settings, toggling the sound, or even managing Wi-Fi connections and many more. And if you want to add more, you can tap on the plus button to add more options to your quick panel list. It's the same quick panel list that you are very familiar in your Samsung phone. Now, if you want to rearrange some of these so that you can quickly get access to the most important ones, just tap and hold, and then now just drag wherever you want to drop your button. So that will now rearrange the order. If you want to remove an option, just tap on the remove button and that will remove that option from the quick panel. Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic comes with a touch bezel. The Watch 4 Classic has a physical bezel that you can rotate, whereas the Watch 4 has a touch bezel that you can rotate along the edge of your watch. Now what this means is that you can scroll through a long list of items just by swiping around the edges of your watch. So here I'm swiping through all my tiles in a regular fashion. But if I want to use the bezel, I can quickly swipe around the edges and reach to the place I want to reach. I really enjoy this feature in the Galaxy Watch 4. Now this isn't new, all of your Galaxy watches has had this feature, but it's just a great feature if you are coming into this Galaxy Watch ecosystem for the first time. Just know that you have a hidden bezel that you can use in your Galaxy Watch 4 to scroll through a long list of items. This also works for any list of items, not just the ones that you see in your home screen. For example, if I go to my settings and I want to scroll through each and every item, instead of swiping up and down, I can use the touch bezel here to quickly go to the top and the bottom, or the place that I want to go to open a particular setting. It just makes it easier. Once you get used to it, you'll find it very useful, and you might switch from just swiping gesture to this touch bezel gesture. Now, this setting might not be enabled by default in your watch. So to make sure that you can enable this setting, go to your settings, go to General and tap on General, and you have touch bezel. Tap on the touch bezel, and there you can enable the touch bezel and also include a vibration feedback, so you get that feedback of scrolling through that long list. Your Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic comes with two buttons, the home key and the back key. As their name suggests, the home key will take you to the home screen, which is your watch face, and the back button will go to the previous screen. So if you want to customize that, go to Settings and then go to Advanced Features and then scroll down and tap on Customize Keys. And here you'll have the option to customize what happens when you double press and hold the home key. At the same time, short press the back key. Now, for going to the previous screen, it's already easy. You can just swipe right and go to the previous screen. But I do like to get to recent apps list very quickly, and that's why I have configured the short press for the back key to show recent apps. And for the home key, I can configure the double press to launch any app that is installed on the watch, or just go to the most recent app that I used. And for press and hold, I can use it to launch Bixby, or I can launch the power off menu. So now when I press and hold the home key, I no longer get Bixby, but I get the option to turn off, or I can get the option to turn on the touch sensitivity, which might be very helpful if you're using gloves to operate your watch. Watch faces. Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic comes with a lot of watch faces. To change a watch face, you can just tap and hold on the watch face on your home screen, and then that will give you a list of watch faces available for you. Now, of course, you can choose any watch face available here on your watch and then use that as your current watch face. Some watch faces come with a customize button, meaning that you can customize certain things for that watch. For example, here in this watch, I can tap customize, and then I will have options to customize the complication colors. I can also customize the different complications I want to have, and I can customize the complication for the bottom of the watch face as well. Now, if I want to scroll through the complication color, I can just use the touch bezel and then scroll through the options available very quickly and easily and choose the one that works for me. Now, let's say you really like this watch face and want to share a screenshot of this watch face to your friends. You can take a screenshot in your watch. All you have to do is press and hold the back key and home key together. That will take a screenshot, and that screenshot will now be available to view on your gallery app on your phone. Your watch comes with always on display. To configure the always on display, go to settings and then tap on display, and you will have the option to turn on always on display. So now if I try to turn off my display, you will see that there is an always on display that shows my time for this particular watch face. Now every watch face will have its own always on display. For example, let's say I switch to a different watch face, and now if I turn off my display, you can see that I have a grayscale of the character and the watch time displayed at the bottom. There are also more options to wake up your watch. So if you go back to your settings and tap on display and scroll down, you will find that you have the option to wake up your watch screen when you raise your wrist or when you touch your screen. I prefer to have touch screen to wake also enabled, because now if I have my display turned off and then if I tap, my watch screen will be turned on. So that is a great shortcut to know, because every time it's not just about raising your wrist, also just touching the screen will turn on the display. When you receive a call, you can always swipe up the answer button or the end button to answer and end the call. But here's a cool way to answer and end the call. So if you want to answer this call, you can shake your wrist up and down quickly to answer the call, just like this. And that will answer the call. Or you can just rotate your wrist twice to disconnect the call, just like this. There you go, so that disconnected the call. Really cool gestures, right? So to configure this, go to your settings and then go to advanced features and then scroll down until you see the gestures section. And there you'll find the option to enable this for answering the calls and dismissing the calls and even alerts that you receive on your watch. So if you tap on answer calls, you will find how to use that gesture and also a tutorial to try it out, and that will tell you whether you're using the gesture right or not. And that's also available for dismissing the alerts and calls. Whenever you receive a notification, you'll also feel a vibration. But sometimes that vibration may be too short that you might not even notice that you received a notification. You can control the strength and the duration of the vibration. So do that. Go to settings, tap on sounds and vibrations, and if you scroll down, you'll find the option for vibration. Tap on that, and here you can configure the duration of the vibration. So the more longer it is, you will find it easier to avoid any missing notifications, and the intensity to set strong. So with these two settings, which I always set it as my default, I will never miss my notification, and I will always be in the know if I do receive some notification on my watch. You can also customize the vibration pattern for the call and for notification. So that way you can differentiate between receiving a call and any other notifications. So if you tap on call vibration, you can see that you have some options to choose from. And as you switch and choose an option, you can feel that vibration on your wrist and preview it. And similarly, you can do the same for notification vibration. So that way, when you receive a notification or a call, you can clearly differentiate from the vibration patterns. When you set up your watch, it does not allow you to configure a security pin. However, you can set that up. Go to your settings, scroll down and tap on security. And here you can now set a lock pin of type either pin or a pattern. And you can also choose to hide any personal information or notifications from the watch face as well to make it even secure. So this is a great way to protect your watch. So if you're taking your watch off your wrist, it will immediately lock the watch. And then when you put it back, you have to unlock it again. Your Galaxy Watch 4 and Watch 4 Classic can detect faults and notify your emergency contacts. To set that up, go to your settings, go to advanced features, and then tap on SOS. Here you can enable the fault detection. So when hard fault detected, send an SOS. And same way, you can also send an SOS when you press your home key 3 times. This will send an SMS and also call to your emergency contact. To configure the emergency contact, you'll have to open your Galaxy Wearable app to configure the setting. In the Samsung Wearable app, tap on Watch Settings and then go to Advanced Features and then tap on SOS. And here you will see that when a hard fault is detected, you have more options to configure who are your emergency contacts and who do you want to send a message and SOS call to. These two options are not available in the watch, so you have to use the Samsung Galaxy Wearable app to configure the settings. If you have any ongoing activities going on like a music playing or a workout, you will see the corresponding icon at the bottom of your watch face. So right now it tells me that there is music playing in my phone. So if I tap on that music icon, now that will open up the media control where I can pause, I can skip, and I can also control the volume of the music playing on my phone. And similarly, if there is a workout, for example, here you can see I'm right now doing a workout, I can see that workout icon at the bottom of the watch face. I can tap on that and I can go to my workout. If I want to pause the workout, I can just press and hold the back key to pause the workout. And again, if I want to resume, I can press and hold the back key to resume the workout. Google Assistant is not yet available for your Galaxy Watch, but you can still use Google's speech engine to convert the text to speech. So whenever you interact with your watch to send a message or compose a reply, the Google's engine can be used instead of the Bixby engine. To configure that, go to your settings, go to General, and then tap on Text to Speech. Here you can select your preferred engine. So you'll have your Samsung text-to-speech engine, which is the Bixby, or the Google Speech. And I prefer the Google Speech because that is very consistent and really good in converting the text to speech rather than Samsung's text-to-speech engine. To save your battery, you can quickly activate the power saving mode. You can find the power saving button in your quick panel layout, and here is the power saving button with the battery icon. So I can tap on that and that will start the power saving mode. So this is a quick way if you want to now start saving battery, maybe it's running very low. Or you can go to settings and then scroll down to battery, and here you will have the option to turn on power saving. And a good thing here is that it will show you how much battery is left and how long you will get the watch to function. So if I turn off power saving, you can see that it gets updated here as well. And at the same time, it will also show you some information about what are the things that the power saving mode will turn off if you enable it. Now, if you keep scrolling down in the battery settings, you'll also have an option to turn on the watch only mode. Now what this does is it will turn off all of the smart features on your watch and just use it as a normal watch, getting you to only view the time and seconds and the date. There's literally nothing else. So if you go into this mode, then you would have to turn off and turn back again if you want to get to your smartwatch mode. Now this does give you a lot of days of use. So right now you can see it says 13 days of use, turn on the watch only mode, which turns off everything except the watch face when you press the home key. And that watch face is not the same watch face you would see on your home screen. That's a very basic watch face that you would just see in your old Casio watch or some digital watch. So I've tried this out and I really did not like it. So I would rather risk taking my charger with me whenever I can and wherever I can to charge my watch. But nevertheless, this option exists and you can use it if you want to save your battery and get most out of your Samsung Galaxy Watch. There's also another way to save your battery, which is turn your watch into a grayscale mode. Right now you're seeing a colorful mode and of course this consumes battery. But here is a tip. If I use my 2 fingers and tap 3 times, this will turn into a grayscale mode. There you go. So now everything is black and white, that is grayscale. Now this will save a ton of battery, just like how your dark mode on your phone would save battery. Now if I want to toggle this back to the color mode, again I can use my 2 fingers and tap 3 times. There you go. So to set this up, go to your settings, scroll all the way to accessibility and then tap on advanced settings, and here you'll have 2-finger triple tap. So that's the one you should be configuring, and if you tap on that you'll have the option to toggle the grayscale and color mode. You can have other options here as well, but the grayscale mode is the most useful one that you can use for this particular shortcut. You can input text from your watch through Samsung keyboard. So for example, here if I want to add a note and tap on the keyboard option, I get this keyboard, which is a Samsung keyboard. Now I really don't like this keyboard because it doesn't really make the typing experience easier on my watch. Thanks to Google, the Gboard keyboard app is available for your watch. So if you go to Play Store and install the app, now you can go to your settings and then tap on General, go to Input, and here you can select the default keyboard as the Gboard option. So that makes your life really simple if you want to write on your smartwatch. Here is how it looks. So I'm going back to the notes and I'm going to open the keyboard. Now you can see that I get a QWERTY keyboard that I'm very used to, and I can just swipe and type everything I want. There you go. So it's really good and easy and simple than the Samsung keyboard. And I don't know why Samsung has not enabled the QWERTY option, but until then, I would really recommend you to install Gboard and make your experience of typing on your watch really good. Here is a cool setting. When you used to wear a physical watch, how you would just take up to your ear and hear the seconds hand tick? Yeah, that sound, you can enable it in your Galaxy Watch 4 as well. And of course, you need to have a associated watch face to support that sound. So for example, this watch face, if you enable it and just listen close to your ear, you can hear that ticking sound. To configure that, you can go to your settings and then tap on sounds and vibration, scroll down to the system sounds and tap on that. And there you can enable the system sounds for ticking. And once you enable this, you will hear a ticking sound if your watch face supports it. You can also enable other options here like hourly chime. So every hour it will tell you the time, and similarly for touch unlock and charging and dialing keypad. Now, you can browse through all of these settings from your watch and go through and set everything up. But if you find this difficult, and some do, you can open the Galaxy Wearable app on your phone, which has the same options. In fact, more options here that you can use to configure and customize. The watch faces that we saw that you want to customize just makes it easier to customize the watch face here from this app rather than customizing the watch face on your watch. You can select a variety of watch faces, and here it is categorized, so you can go from classic to graphical to informative to simple. And when you select a watch, you can also customize the watch to various options. So this one has a lot of options that you can visually see which options fits you better, and same with complications, and everything is much easier to browse through this app. And if you go back, you will see the same option to configure the tiles. Now it's much easier here, so you can see your tiles list that you have on your watch and the available tiles list that you can add to your watch. And similarly, if you go to the quick panel layout, yes, you can configure the quick panel layout from your watch, but here in the app, it's much easier for you to configure the quick panel layout. And here again, you can see at the bottom available buttons, and here you can see how all of the buttons look like and how they appear on your watch. And same with the apps list. You can reorder the apps right from this screen. So if I want to move gallery to the top, I can just tap and hold and then drag it and drop it to the location that I want and then tap save. And I can also go to app settings and look at any specific settings that I have for apps that I can manage here. For example, if I go to the weather, I can manage the locations and settings. And if I go to the Bixby, I can manage all of the options for the Bixby in my watch. If you want to look at the entire apps list and uninstall, just tap on app info, and here you will find all of the apps available. And let's say you want to uninstall Keep Notes, you can just now either force stop, uninstall, or open the app on your watch. So really good options here on the Samsung Galaxy Wearable app that you can go through and find it. And if you tap on watch settings, you'll see all of the settings available here. You can either use those settings from this app or from your watch. Okay, so managing notifications. I can go to settings and tap on notifications to manage a lot of options here on my watch, but I would rather recommend going through the notification options in the Samsung Galaxy Wearable app, just because there are a lot of options there that you might want to choose from than just choosing it from your watch. So if you open your Wearable app, tap on watch settings, and there you have the notifications. Here you can configure a lot of things. You can choose to completely mute notifications on your phone, so you can just use your watch to view and manage your notifications. You can also see the most recent on phone or watch, the notifications that you had to view and was sent to your watch. And it can also sync with the do not disturb mode with your phone, which I would highly recommend you to turn it on. And if you go to advanced notification settings, you can configure to view the notification indicator in your watch face, which you can see here on the left side of your watch face. And you can also turn on the screen when the notifications are received. You can also automatically turn on the notifications for new apps, so that when you install a new app, when you configure to allow notifications on your phone, those notifications also show up on your watch. Now, if you want to manage that individually, you can go to the apps list here, and now you will see the option at the top to see either the list filtered through the most recent on phone or watch, or you can tap on that and simply select all, and then that will give you the option to turn on notifications for all apps, or just by selecting the individual apps that you want to turn on notifications. Now remember, these notifications, you're configuring it to show on your watch, not on your phone. These notifications will still come up on your phone, but you're just selecting here which ones will be sent to your watch as well. So you can have a pretty good list of notifications you care about and send them to your watch. And here's a quick tip. If for some reason your notifications are not working on your watch or even on your phone after connecting your watch, just tap on this information icon in the notification settings, and that will let you debug why you're not getting the notifications. Maybe if you're not getting your notifications on your watch, tap on that, and that'll talk about what are the key settings that you would have to go look at, and even understanding what sound mode you might have set up. So maybe that is what is not sending you notifications because the sound is mute. And you can change those settings right here when you debug those options. So really cool way to look at what is going on with the notifications. If something is wrong, you can come here and get it right. And here is another option that you don't find on your watch, but here in the Galaxy Wearable app, which is managing the content. Now I like to have my recent images show up on my watch as well. So I can do that by going into this manage content and add images, and I can select my images that I want to add to my watch. And also I can auto sync the images from my gallery app into my watch. And I can set an image limit. How many images do I want to put on my watch? Here I've selected 100, but you can select a maximum of 200 images. And same way, you can also choose to sync a specific album. If you care about just getting your favorites synced, you can select the favorites album. Or if you want to sync everything from your camera album, you can do that here as well. So lots of options for your Galaxy Watch 4, and I would highly recommend you to go through the Samsung Galaxy Wearable app, and there are a lot of options here to customize your watch. So it makes it much easier to browse through these options in your phone rather than on your watch. So yeah, go have a look at all of these settings and get to know your watch. Isn't it great that you can now do a lot more on your wrist? That's exactly what all of these new experiences are leading to, whether you're using an Apple Watch or a Samsung Galaxy Watch 4, or if Google releases their Google Pixel Watch, the things that you can do on your wrist, it gets interesting every day. I'm expecting a lot of apps to now come support the Wear OS, given that Samsung is on board with Google. So hopefully the app ecosystem would now change and you will get a lot more apps on your Galaxy Watch 4 or your Google Pixel Watch. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give a thumbs up. And if you already have a Galaxy Watch 4 or looking to buy, let me know in the comments what you like about it and what you not like about it. Until next time, bye.